Hey, what's up everyone? Well, today, in this topic of this video is something different. There's nothing about rock and roll and sprinting in this video. This video is pretty much a shout out. Shout out to my uncle. Okay. Anyway, well, today, we're going to talk about the history of dirt bike racing from 1950 all the way to 2025. So, this is pretty much going to be a long video, so hear me out. So here we go. In 1950, dirt bike racing used to be, you see, back then, they didn't have any like computers and nothing like that back then. See, in 1950, there's this man, he was the first biker to ever win at a dirt bike racing competition. I can't remember his name, but he's a number 66. Yeah, he was riding a dirt bike number 66. He did the highest top speed in dirt bike racing history. 95 miles an hour. He went over 95 miles an hour. And before I continue, I don't know much about dirt bike racing, so this is probably gonna be a brief history. So please hear me out. But anyway, in 1950, so this man have won the dirt bike racing competition, the highest jump in dirt bike racing history, over 100 feet. He jumped over 100 feet in the air. That's the highest jump that anybody has ever done in dirt bike racing history. And then all the way up to 1955. There was this elder dirt bike racing. He's been in dirt bike racing. He's been riding dirt bikes since he was a teenager. He didn't started on his dirt bike racing journey. He was 40 years old. He was 40 years old on his last day of his dirt bike racing in 1955. He became the oldest dirt bike racer to ever compete in history. 45 years old, and he jumped the highest he's ever jumped for his age. 55 feet in the air, and his highest top speed was over 85 miles an hour. That was his top speed back then. And then fast forward to 1970. It's where dirt bike racing became popular in the 70s. It became popular in the 70s. Okay, here we go. See, there's this dirt bike racing name. His name is Rob Robertson. Yeah, Rob Robertson. No, Don, no. His name is Doc Robertson. He was one of the rookies. He was one of the dirt bike racing rookies. See, he became the first rookie to ever compete in the dirt bike racing academy. See, from 1950 to 1970, this teenager named Doc Robertson, the highest speed he ever topped is this. 99.9 miles an hour. He became the fastest dirt bike racer in history, going nearly 100 miles an hour. 99.9 miles an hour, nearly 100. And then fast forward all the way to 1979. This is where dirt bike racing became crazy. In 1979, Fred Richardson, And I'm just making names up, by the way. I don't know the name. I'm just making names up, by the way. Rob Richardson. He became the famous person in history to ever ride dirt bike race, to compete in dirt bike racing. He's 25 years old. He jumped the highest jump in history. He beat the 1950s dirt bike racer. 125 feet in the air. And he became the first dirt bike racer to ever do a backflip in 1979. And then all the way forward to 1986. This is where dirt bike racing became crazy popular. In 1986, Tom Richardson. See, Tom Richardson is one of the top dog best dirt bike racers. He's number 5 on the list. See, back in those days, he became the fastest dirt bike racer in history. His top speed was 100 miles an hour. He beat the top speed of the 1970s dirt bike racing. And then all the way fast forward to all the way up to 1997. 1997. Sorry about that. In 1997, there's this dirt bike racer. His name was Tommy Blaze. Tommy Blaze. Oh, he was a good racer back then. And see, Tommy Blaze, he done the double backflip, the largest amount of backflips he ever did in dirt bike racing history. He done a double backflip in the air and landed perfectly in the incline down the hill on the dirt bike racing. He won over 3 gold medals in the first few seasons. In the first 3 seasons, he won 3 times. He was a 3-time dirt bike racing champion. 3 gold medals. He only lost two. He only had 2 silver medals. So he's the top dog of the best dirt bike racer in history. And then all the way to 2003. That's the year I was born. In 2003, this racer named Christopher Robertson. Christopher Roberts. Yeah, Christopher Roberts. He became the best dirt bike racing champion in history. His top speed was over 115 miles an hour. Is his highest top speed in dirt bike racing history. He won 2 gold medals, 1 silver medal, and 1 bronze. So he was a 2-time dirt bike racing champion in 2003. Fast forward to 2016, which dirt bike racing became one of the most popular competitions. Excuse me, but anyway, his name is Doc Robertson. Doc Robertson. He became the youngest dirt bike racer in history. 14 years old. He became the youngest dirt bike racer to ever do a backflip. He was 14 years old, and his highest top speed was 75 miles an hour, which ranks him to number 8 fastest dirt bike racer. And then in 2019, this dirt bike racer became, he's the number 2, the second best dirt bike racer. In 2019, Christopher Robertson. He became the first dirt bike racer to ever compete with cerebral palsy. The first dirt bike racer to ever have cerebral palsy to ever win. He won two silver medals and 1 gold medal. So, and he became the first person with cerebral palsy to ever reach on the dirt bike racing thing. And then all the way to 2025, which is today, this person became the first dirt bike racing champion to ever reach over 120 miles, over 120 miles an hour. That first dirt bike race, the first dirt bike racer to ever reach 120, over 130 miles an hour. The fastest dirt bike in history. And that bike belongs to Fred Jackerson. Fred Jackerson, his dirt bike was green, and his dirt bike number 7 reached over 130 miles an hour. Breaking the 120 mile per hour barrier. He became the fastest dirt bike racer in history in 2025. That is the whole history of dirt bike racing from 1950 to 2025, which is today. Dirt bike racing back then in 1950 is, they didn't have any colored dirt bikes back then. Back in those days, they were running on gas, and they're running on gas and fuel. They still run on gas today. It's just now dirt bikes got governors. They got governors. They got computers where they can do a governor to reach certain top speed, and after a certain top speed, hold back. Back in 1950, they didn't have that. So that is the whole history of dirt bike racing from 1950 to 2025. It's basically a shout out to my uncle. So make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, click on the notification bell. See you guys later. This is a long video. Rocking as always, and God bless you, and God bless you, Steve. I'm not cute, metal cable, cool, and yo.